It's pretty amazing to be here up on the stage and look into this large conference room. I never dared dreaming that global bioimaging could become this. So welcome everyone. It's really a true pleasure to have you all here. For you to know, you are 308 registered participants here in person as well as online. For those of you who have been following global bioimaging over the years, you know this is a new record. So we go from record to record every year, and no pressure on the next hosting team for next year. And you are representing, believe it or not, 47 individual countries, representing all different continents. So this is amazing. And I would like to thank the local organizing team from ABiS, the Japanese imaging infrastructure for open access, for all your efforts to make this happen. I would also like to thank the organizing committee, the scientific committee. I think together they have pulled together an amazing agenda, a really interesting setup of keynote speakers and speakers. Also, when we welcome the travel grantees and listen to them, I'm very much looking forward to this. I would also like to thank the Global Bioimaging core team, Yara and the team, who have been doing a lot of night shifts to get many of you here, despite visa difficulties, despite travel difficulties. A lot of flights again got canceled. I got note of that. So maybe in a nutshell, I would like to raise the awareness that it's not a given that we are all here. There's a lot of work and efforts and pulling strings behind. I would also like to thank Chan Zuckerberg Initiative for the funding, especially for the travel grantees, which brings them here to be part of this community and has also been helping us to push the community over the years to more and more places. So exchange of experience, it's not another conference about advanced bioimaging techniques, as you know. This is really about talking to each other, collaborating with each other, exchanging about what are the bottlenecks that we are facing in managing our imaging infrastructures at home, learning from others how they are dealing with the same or similar challenges, and sometimes just simply to understand you are not alone. And this is actually, as some of you know, how global bioimaging started, that the grant was written because some people were feeling a bit lonely in setting up an imaging infrastructure. And I think this audience, you are the echo of this. So arigatou gozaimasu. It's really great having you here. The topic of this year, you can see here on the slide, Image Data Horizons, Global Strategies for Accessible Knowledge. And this is so crucial. From a scientific point of view, the timing is urgent, that the community, the global community comes together and really discusses openly how to move forward with image data. And this week is a unique opportunity, having you all here, having also the participants virtually, and having this conference back to the founding guide, which is a newly funded initiative aiming to also coordinate the efforts for global image data sharing. And I hope that many of you can stay on and be involved in the discussions, which will start on Thursday lunchtime in the Founding Guide conference. And with this, I would then conclude the short welcome. Just a personal note, and I already indicated this at the beginning, I also indicated that last year. Please use the opportunity to network, to collaborate. But when you go home, don't forget about this. I think we all know when we look into the daily newspaper, and some of us do get it now in the hotel room every morning, this world is getting more complex by the day. And I think as scientists, we have a special responsibility to be examples of international collaboration and continue strengthening the bridges that the scientific generations before us have started building and that we are now trying to foster here too. So go home, talk to your peers, tell them about global bioimaging, tell them about the opportunities that there are, and not to give up hope when it comes to international collaboration. Thank you very much, and arigatou gozaimasu again to the local organizers. And I would like to welcome Dr. Junichi Nabekura, who's the Director General of the National Institute for Physiological Sciences, and who's also the head of the Advanced Bioimaging Support, in short, ABiS. Welcome, Mr. Nabekura.
Okay, good morning. Okay. And Antje, thank you for kind introduction. Okay, thank you for the interest in me. And thanks all of you for visiting EOE 2024 at Okazaki. So we had originally planned to hold an EOE meeting in Japan area, but due to the impact of the COVID-19, so we had to cancel the plan. And finally, so we are pleased to be able to welcome all of you here in Okazaki. I hope you enjoy EOE meeting and Okazaki as well. I briefly introduce what's going on in ABiS support. So ABiS was organized to establish a network type support system composed of the core institute and a collaborating institute with advanced technologies and special observation techniques with the aim of improving the quality of life science in Japan. In experiment part and information part, the ABiS aims to contribute to further development of bioimaging by efficiently providing high quality data acquisition and data analysis using state-of-the-art technology by expert, as well as disseminate the research and technology that will increase the presence of the science conducted in Japan in the world. So we have organized a network platform composed of joint, and a joint the usage collaborative research center and university center with the Institute of Physical Sciences and National Institute for Basic Biology as a core institute. In close collaboration with this institute, we conducted 4 technical support activities: light microscope support and electron microscope support, magnetic resonance imaging support, and imaging analysis support. And here is the data about support to date. The first term started in 2016 to 2021. And second period started at 2022 with replacing several support techniques after review. The result supported by ABiS has been presented at the conference and ETC, and some of which has been published in the scientific papers. So I will introduce the fourth support briefly. In light microscope, so we have introduced techniques that applied transparency and techniques, imaging sensors, and light simulation device, which are rapidly advancing in the recent years. In electron microscope, we have incorporate light electron correlation microscope, so-called CREM, and AI-based imaging AI-based imaging recognition techniques for structure extraction, and both of which are rapidly growing in the recent years. And in the first phase of MRI support, so we support only imaging of the humans. But in the second period, we add the imaging of animals. For imaging analysis, we are joined by experts in the AI and other cutting-edge techniques. Please refer to the ABiS website for detail of each support. So in addition to the in addition to supporting grant in aid proposal, so we have held a training course in the light microscope, electron microscope, MRI, and imaging analysis with the aim to disseminating and sharing information on the bioimaging techniques and training the young researchers. And in consideration of the financial burden on the participants, we held a training course in the regional areas, and we have been planned a course on the global standard and analysis techniques in collaboration with the global bioimaging. ABiS signed an international collaborative agreement with global bioimaging in September 2018. By organizing joint training course and symposia, we have been sharing the latest techniques and information on bioimaging and participating in the annual practitioner meeting, EOE. We discuss the issue common to the world, such as career path for imaging faculties and the young researchers and data sharing system and promotion of the industry and academia collaborations and the formation of the global strategy for the future of the bioimaging. We have also acted as a hub for the imaging network by disseminating information on the global bioimaging support training course and the lecture to the ABiS supporters. So this is the ABiS website. And if you click on this global imaging, and you will find a page of the training course and the lecture sponsored by the GBI. So whenever GBI information is updated, it is automatically reflected in this page. We hope further collaboration between ABiS and GBI in the future. But anyway, if you have any question or would like more information about the ABiS activities, please come to the. But anyway, please enjoy the EOE meetings, and probably, if you have time, please enjoy the very historic place of the Okazaki. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Professor Nabekura. And I would like to say there's one more highlight for ABiS, because in 2016, at the very first Global Bioimaging Conference, which took place at the EMEL in Heidelberg, Professor Ueno presented the ABiS concept at that time, the launch of the imaging infrastructure. It was very impressive. I think you were the first under the umbrella of Global Bioimaging to go ahead with this. So congratulations. And you really have come a long way. You can see the success as just presented. So congratulations also from the Global Bioimaging partners to ABiS. And with this, we move on to Dr. Osamu Tabata, who's the Director of the Scientific Research Promotion Division at the Ministry of Education, Culture, Sports, Science and Technology. Welcome, Dr. Tabata.
皆さんおはようございます。
Good morning, everybody.
ただいま紹介に預かりました文部科学省研究振興局学術研究推進課長の田畑修と申します。
Thank you for the introduction. My name is Osamu Tabata, Director of the Scientific Research Promotion Division. Research Promotion Bureau, Ministry of Education, Culture, Sports, Science and Technology, MEXT.
本日より、ここ岡崎において、グローバルバイオイメージングによる第9回目となる Exchange of Experience が開催されることを心よりお祝い申し上げます。
I would like to congratulate Global Bioimaging for hosting the 9th Exchange of Experience here in Okazaki, Japan.
我々、文部科学省といたしましては、科学技術、学術の振興を目的としまして、研究戦略を策定し、研究資金の配分を通じて、研究者や大学をはじめとする研究機関の支援、研究人材の育成など、さまざまな政策を行っております。
We, MEXT, have been implementing various measures for the purpose of promoting science, technology, and academia, including formulating research strategies, supporting researchers and the research institutions such as universities through the allocation of research funds and supporting the development of research personnel.
特に、私どもが展開する支援事業であります科学研究費助成事業科研費は、人文学、社会科学から自然科学まですべての分野にわたり基礎から応用まであらゆる学術研究を格段に発展させることを目的とする競争的、研究費でありピュアレビューによって豊かな社会基盤のとなる独創的先駆的な研究を支えております。
In particular, the grant in aid for scientific research called Kakenhi, a support program for we have developed, is the competitive research fund that aims to significantly develop all kinds of so-called academic research, which is research based on researchers' free ideas from basic to applied in all fields from humanities and social sciences to natural sciences. And through peer review, we support original and pioneering research that will serve as a foundation for the development of an affluent society.
本会議のホストであります先端バイオイメージング支援プラットフォーム ABiS におかれましては、科研費による助成を受けて、我が国の学術研究の基盤を支える上で、必要不可欠とされる研究支援活動を展開されておりますが、このような活動のもと支えられていますのは、まさにグローバルバイオイメージング、加盟各国の皆様方のとの日々の共同であるというふうに認識しております。
The Advanced Bioimaging Support Platforms, ABiS, the host of this EOE meeting, has been developing support activities that are considered essential for supporting the foundation of academic research in Japan, with funding from Kakenhi, and we recognize that it is the daily collaboration with the member countries of global bioimaging that support these activities.
昨今、知のフロンティアの急速な拡大が進み、新たな原理の探求や研究領域の創出などサイエンスにおける国際競争が激化する状況において、ことバイオイメージングは今や生命科学研究にはなくてはならない技術であり、基礎研究のみならず感染症などを含む医療の普及や発展にとっても欠かすことができないものとなっております。
In recent years, the frontier of knowledge has been rapidly expanding and the international competition in science is intensifying as new principles are explored and new research areas are created. Under these circumstances, bioimaging in particular has become an indispensable technology for life science research, not only for basic research, but also for dissemination and development of medicine, including for infectious diseases.
それゆえ、バイオイメージングの世界においては、単なる先端的研究、顕微鏡等の機器開発のみならず、それをどのように標準化し、各国共通の技術として共有するか、また技術共有によって得られた研究データをどのように有効に共有、利活用するかが重要な課題であるというふうに認識しております。また、将来技術を担う若い人材の着実な養成を図り、バイオイメージングをさらに進化させることも生命科学にとって大変重要なことと認識しております。
Therefore, in the field of bioimaging, I understand that the important issues are not only the development of advanced microscopes and other instruments, but also how to standardize and share them as a common technology among countries, and how to effectively share and utilize the research data obtained through technology sharing. It is also very important for life science to further advance bioimaging by steadily training young people who will be responsible for the technology in the future.
本日より2日半の会議を通してご参加された皆様方におかれましては、各国での先端的な取り組みやその成果、ノウハウ等の共有がなされ、国境を越えた活発な議論が交わされることで、世界のバイオイメージングのさらなる発展とつながることを心よりお祈り申し上げます。
I sincerely hope that two-day and 2.5 days of the conference will enable participants to share advanced efforts, achievement, and know-how from various countries, and to engage in lively discussion across borders, leading to further development of bioimaging around the world.
ありがとうございました。
Thank you very much.
ありがとうございます。Thank you very much. And Yara, don't run so far away. Exactly. You are the next speaker, as we know from the agenda. So I have the pleasure to introduce Yara as the next speaker, and everyone knows her. So I keep this very short. Yara, the stage is yours.
Thank you so much, Antje. Can you hear me? Hi, everyone. Ohayou gozaimasu. I'm very happy to see you all here. Basically seeing all familiar faces and so many new faces as well. And thank you so much, Antje, for the kind introduction. And also, I will use my time to tell you a little bit about, especially for all the new people here, about global bioimaging and the work we're doing in advancing bioimaging by empowering imaging scientists, promoting shared and open infrastructures, and connecting communities. So I will start by thanking Antje Beck, not just for kicking off this session, but because without her, we probably would not be here. Such a surprise. So what started, as she mentioned, as first a very nice idea, actually developed at some point to a hobby and then to an activity, and it kept growing until this became real. And until now, we have, as Antje said, more than 300 registered participants in this event. And so has the team been growing with global bioimaging. So Antje Keppler leads this team right now. This year, we've been growing into a larger team. Gleb, myself, and Sophie will be here through this week and available to talk to you about any question you might have about global bioimaging, also at the poster. And Denise and Susan couldn't join us this time, but they are also part of the team and working for Imaging for All, the new funded project from Wellcome Trust. I will tell you now a little bit about work we're doing at the kind funding of the Chan Zuckerberg Initiative. So, but before that, a short location. So the team is hosted at the MBL Imaging Center. And for those who joined the meeting yesterday, heard already Jan Ellenberg telling a bit about the Imaging Center. So we are, of course, very privileged to be sitting here in a space and in an environment where we expose several times for different activities, conferences. Science outreach is very strong component, and also an imaging facility that has been open to address the demand of user access for external imaging scientists offering expert support, and also includes like a innovation center and very strong ties with Zeiss and other microscopy companies. So we're also sitting together with the Euro-BioImaging BioHub team. So if sometimes you wonder why we sync so much, it's because we're sitting in the same offices. So we're definitely very close. And if you're ever coming to visit, just go down those stairs to the right and you'll find the whole team. So please, you're very welcome to meet us and let us know if you're ever in Heidelberg or at the MBL. We'd love to show you around. So, but global bioimaging is much larger and goes much beyond our team at the MBL. It was founded back in 2015 by Euro-BioImaging. So what started back in 2015 with Euro-BioImaging connecting to India Bioimaging and the Australian partners has now grown to a large community of imaging scientists and organized imaging networks. In fact, 13 organized imaging networks or infrastructures that represent national or regional communities. And encompass, I was told this number is already outdated, so encompass more than 62 countries at this stage. So these networks, I would also like to tell everyone, each of them will have a poster at the poster session, and we have representatives from all of the networks here. So take the opportunity to talk, to get to know more about each of the networks and what they are offering at the poster session. And they all work together, we all work together to promote, to advance bioimaging by connecting imaging scientists, resources being those offering by training or access to technologies and infrastructure. So this year, we are focusing here on the Asia region. So we're meeting in Japan, hosted by ABiS. And so I would like to change a little bit the view and tell a bit about the other networks. So we have South Africa Bioimaging is one also very long partners in the community, and African Bioimaging Consortium that joined officially last year at UAE. As I said, India and Australia have been one of the founders, Australia with both Microscopy Australia and the National Imaging Facility, then Singascope in Singapore. And for those who just came from the course, I'm following the social media, very jealous of you all. So it seems it has been fantastic. And then, of course, also the Bioimaging North America that encompasses Canada Bioimaging and Mexico, and the Latin America Bioimaging that joined an UAE in 2022, and the Sistemas Nacionais de Microscopía in Argentina. So welcome everyone, welcome all networks, and I really hope you make the most to reach out to the representatives of these networks and understand, if you zoom into each, what they are doing on their own regions and on their own level. And that together we can show you and make the case that networks like these ones, imaging networks, like our partners and global bioimaging, are changing the research science ecosystem, so they are shaping by offering, by accelerating the exchange of on fast advancing technology, by promoting access to state-of-the-art technologies, by of course promoting collaboration and exchange between the different scientists and facilities, and by continually offering training and professional development in the different networks and also through the global bioimaging initiatives. And finally, hopefully together with one voice, to discover, to develop effective or strategize towards effective solutions, addressing subsession demands, so different demands from the imaging community. In this case, for example, for imaging processing, sharing tools already available, analysis, and research data management, which is what we're doing here and this week. And some of you already know our regular activities, and global bioimaging is very happy to be rewarded a second round funding from CZI. So we will continue with the work we've been doing. The working groups are the best example of community work, so coordinated from now on by Sophie. They are actually an opportunity for any of you to join. You're welcome to meet her at the poster and understand how can you be part of any of the working groups on the different topics. So these are open to everyone, and there are Zoom meetings that happen sporadically, 1 or 2 every 2 months, depending on the topic. So please do check. Sophie is also involved in several other items, and just yesterday you must have received a newsletter, I hope, from Global Bioimaging in your inbox. For those who didn't, please do, I put it back, please do a picture of the QR code. No, but you also have a flyer on your conference bag, so you can also follow us and receive our news on the newsletter. Then many of you have joined the amazing and opportunity training and job shadowing organized by GLAB. So just as I mentioned, the last one just last week. So GLAB organizes all the training and all the job shadowing within Global Bioimaging, and this very closely together with the partner imaging networks. So understanding what are their needs, and then recruiting the expertise to come to the different regions and train this, and also offering travel grants for this training when possible. So definitely go to GLAB also if you want to know more about training and job shadowing. And then myself, and the next topic on our activities is what we're doing this week, the exchange of experience, the annual meeting. Sophia and I both are also very strongly involved in outreach in general, and also making sure to advocate for imaging scientists roles, investment from funders and imaging projects, and showcasing the global impact of imaging overall. So a little bit new for the new round is a closer support to the partner imaging networks. We're working, or I will start to work with each of the networks to understand where everybody is, and also to promote sustainability of the individual networks, and also emerging networks. So we are doing a bit more, this always has been happening informally, but now more strategically, towards supporting up and coming emerging regions that would like to form their own organized imaging network. And of course, we are all involved in social media, as you might have noticed. And you can follow us in YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, and check our website. So Antje already thanked CCI, and I would like to do that again for supporting us on our goals and our initiatives, but also not just as a regular funder, but also by joining this meeting. So Vlad and Vanya are here, but they've been joining the previous exchange of experience as well. And it's not, I don't think it's a traditional funder organization, because we have a very close contact. There's definitely discussions and input also, and strategy. And to give an example, is actually the top of my list of what I wanted to tell you today, a little bit showcase what happened alone this year. So this is highlights of this year. And one of them is the GBI Spotlight on Career Path. So this idea actually came from Vanya and Vlad last year in South Africa. So, and we definitely be taking it, and it has taken Global Bioimaging outreach and impact also to a very new level. So the Career Path Working Group, for those who are part of the paper, have seen the paper published earlier this year. And now what is happening with the GBI Spotlight series is that we present every month, we showcase one of the success stories that are featured in our paper, but live with Q&A, and giving the opportunities to the community to ask questions and understand if there are solutions that the case that has been presented applies to their local region or institution. So if you want to know more about the Global Bioimaging Career Path, I will actually not go now in detail, but you're welcome to join the breakout room tomorrow on Career Path. That will be co-chaired by Michelle, by Graham, and by Nicole. So you're very welcome to join breakout room number 2. So another also supported new initiative has been MicroTutor. So thanks to CCI. So MicroTutor is now available in addition to the virtual model content curated, prepared by GLAB as well. And here the team is quite large. So a tool made for learners and teachers that is freely accessible platform dedicated to interactive virtual light microscopy education. And I don't even need to tell you much about it, because as you see, several of the developers are featured here and are present here in our meeting. So I would welcome everyone to address them. So Gleb, of course, Brian, Michelle, and Elna should also join online. So for our online participants, please also reach out and ask questions. And for this year, we also have taken a strong focus on outreach in Asia and supporting a call for imaging scientists in Southeast Asia in particular. So here we cannot take any credits at all, but I wanted to share with you the efforts of that being led by several people that are here in the audience. So if you'd like to know more about this initiative, I welcome you to talk with all of these people or any of these people. They are both here in person and have been developing or organizing several events towards building a Southeast Asian bioimaging community. And as well, chaired by Satoshi and Leong, you have the opportunity to discuss how to bring imaging networks from scratch in different parts of the world. And that will be breakout room number 3 tomorrow, called the Impulse, so Imaging Pulse for upcoming emerging networks. Next, I'd like to tell you about a very successful and also just recent bootcamp. Again, several of you have been involved in the creation of this bootcamp, Aim to Age. So a 2 weeks long bootcamp that brought 24 participants from around the globe, in this case to Denmark, and as well as several Antje, Gleb, Leong have been involved in the formation of this bootcamp for training, on-hands training, theoretical on-hands training from bioimaging, biomedical to preclinical imaging. I would also like to point out the host this year of the M2H bootcamp has been Clara Prats and the Danish bioimaging, Euro-BioImaging node. So Clara Prats should also be here these days, and you are also welcome to approach her. She'll for sure tell more about this amazing bootcamp that has been a very intense experience, 2 weeks of learning. And I know several of the participants are also registered to join online. So I hope we also hear from them back up there in the remote participants. So another community work that we've been doing is the study visit. We welcome last month 9 imaging scientists from 9 different Latin America countries in Heidelberg at MBL. And we hosted several discussions through the week of career paths, training opportunities. We discussed image data management and challenges, and that's definitely something I'll bring back for this week as well in terms of their input. And we introduced the community to different corporate partners, some of them here as well. And the discussions are still ongoing. So it was actually an opportunity to present their own national and regional networks to get to know each other. Many of these leading scientists from different facilities did not know each other. And now they also know LABI, Latin America Bioimaging, they know several other partners, and get to know EMBL researchers as well as Euro-BioImaging researchers. So this is still ongoing, and we'll keep getting to know each other and understanding how we can support. And the next meeting will be actually with corporate partners by Zoom again. But we had an amazing week, and I would highlight just one of the imaging scientists that joined as a case, also to give a face to some of our communities. So imagine you zoom into all of our regions, you get all of the stories out. But for the sake of time, I will focus on Andrea Lara. Andrea Lara is the director of the Biomedical Engineering Institute in Guatemala. And her work, or one of her projects, focus of her team on developing computer-aided systems for processing and analysis of biomedical signals and imaging with ultrasound and CT and X-ray. So what they do is develop a tool that is called Natal IA, so Natalia, that basically is an AI-based method for the automatic detection of fetal planes required for accurate prenatal control procedures. And then through this image analysis, there's an improved access to specialized, so the midwives are trained when they do home support in remote regions, and then they can trigger the need for a doctor to come and visit. So we, of course, aim to reduce fetal and maternal mortality in rural areas of Guatemala. I just thought it was a perfect example to bring here of impact of imaging scientists, and there's several like this, I know, among the audience and also among our networks in the region. This is more of a save the date, and welcome you all to approach Santosh over there for the next meeting, an India bioimaging meeting, consortium meeting that will take place in Isar, Pune in December. Santosh has made an amazing job, so we'll have several participants, I think more than 50 registered imaging scientists from imaging core facility representing 40 institutions. And everyone who is interested in knowing more about this meeting can go to Santosh poster as well and learn about India bioimaging, and whoever wants to contribute or discuss, please to reach out. And still this year, I'm just listing things that happened this year, please note. Sorry, but there is, I could not, of course, go without talking about imaging for all. I will not into detail, but Imaging for All is there, is open. And this, funded by Wellcome Trust, is a new initiative that aims to give funding opportunities for researchers and imaging scientists that are in research challenges regions by giving grants, very generous grants for access and training and access to imaging instruments for your research. The first call is open right now. You all must have got a flyer as well on your conference bag, so please do check, and also our website. And if you want to know more about it, you can ask Antje at the Imaging for All poster. So finally, we bring to the EOE and founding guide, so the events happening this week. So when preparing these annual meetings, we always look at the main goals. What are our goals for these meetings, and what do we want to accomplish, and where do we want to have impact on? So ABiS, of course, and for those who were able to join yesterday, we had an amazing presentations of several imaging scientists in Japan within ABiS, and is to make the scientists aware of the global community and vice versa, and understand what is being done in the research, in this case, in the national level, and then connecting the scientists to the global community through the exchange of experience. Then, of course, topic, and I'll go into that, of what we hope to reach this week, discussing image data, and then, and founding guide. And then what I've already mentioned, with having a stronger understanding of challenges in imaging in the Southeast Asia or in Asia, and for scientists here in the region. So what is global bioimaging already doing in terms of image data? So there's quite a lot ongoing. I mean, we work with imaging research facilities, right? So of course, we have a lot to do with image data automatically. Lab has organized several trainings, also by request from the community, on image analysis and image data management. Also, if you read the latest survey report, there's also a need for image data, for training on image data management and analysis. And we have also working groups. We have both the image data management working group that has been focusing on how to establish the first tools for imaging scientists to facilitate set up their research data management system, and also the biomedical working group that has also been having a very strong focus on data. If you want to know more about this, I welcome everyone to join at 2 p.m. at the lunch, at the poster session, Graham and his poster about the biomedical imaging working group. And Josh and Junichi will actually lead what I would say is the larger room, breakout room next, so tomorrow, on image data. And the working title is actually how to talk to your IT department. So if you need support on how to set up the RDM in your imaging facility, this is the breakout room where you want to be. And then also this meeting. So the goal with this meeting is exactly to bridge image data experts with non-image data experts and close this gap. And I realize I'm here skipping founding guide, so partnering with founding guide. So Global Bioimaging is one of founding guide partners in terms of bringing their work into the community. And I will not be able to go in detail because my alarm already rang there. But I would like to thank Maria for this very nice slides on founding guide. And just, I asked Maria if we could have 2 or 3 slides in a nutshell about founding guide and why do we need a global image data ecosystem. So it's actually very nicely explained. If you have different repositories in different silos that require its own user interfaces to access, we leave the scientist alone to figure out how to do that on the different repositories level. And what Founding Guide is aiming to develop is establish a global image data ecosystem that will add a layer of interoperability between these data resources through reaching consensus agreements on metadata and ontologies used for biomedical and preclinical open image data. So I'm presenting this special for everyone who's not able to stay until Friday, but please do also reach out on the poster and learn more about it there. So I'm gonna finish with on the EOE part program. We also have a fully virtual, and this is for the online participants, a fully virtual breakout room on image fair data. So led by Isabel, breakout room number 4. In addition, you might have noticed, and I'm sorry for those who had some trouble on the registration, we conducted a mini surveys on data, and I will not have the possibility to present that to you now, but I wanted to give you a little bit of a sneak preview that we have data on image data management, of 308 registered participants from 47 countries. And I promise you it's actually a very interesting material collection here, and we'll be making sure to return that to the community and share with all of you. So Antje and the speakers, they already said everything they needed to say about how to use this meeting. So make sure, welcome everyone that is new, special to the global bioimaging community. Learn about the process, don't be shy to ask questions. All you wanted to know about research data management, this is the place, this is the week. And also use the global bioimaging community to identify your next steps and goals, also in terms of career paths. And for the on-site participants, make sure to connect with the different scientists and national agencies in Japan that are present here, engage with the funders, and explore the local imaging facilities. So registration for the imaging facilities tour is limited and will be available at the registration desk. For the online participants, if you can hear me, do not hesitate to ask questions. Please raise your hand or write in the chat. There's also going to be a virtual coffee break available for the online participants, and the virtual breakout room has mentioned. We also have moderators of the virtual participant, Nehal from Cairo, Shasha from Singapore, and Alex from Australia, Wellington, from Wellington. I didn't have a picture updated. So I couldn't stop or finish without thanking the host organizing, but very especially Naoto and Shinya, who have been meeting with me every 2 weeks since December last year. So please, a round of applause. Shinya. It's of course a whole team also doing a lot of the invisible work and everything from everyone on the registration desk. So we will go for thank you notes still on the wrap-up meeting with everyone here on stage, but especially for all the discussions and all the work. Thank you very much. We also had the scientific program committee that was very much supported by the image data working group, but in particular, especially by Josh, Suishi, David, and Santosh. And I'll have to add Asta a little bit bigger just because she's covering her head, just because she's sitting next door. So of course I came often next door to ask different things about speakers and the program. So I promise we can go back to a coffee break without talking about UE 2024. And thank you very much for the scientific committee to helping us to put this all together as well. And then I would like to, of course, and I multiply because I know there's several people behind this institutional support. There's not just the institution, but several individuals that actually were helping throughout the organization of these events this week. So thank you very much to the institutional support. And I couldn't go without thanking our sponsors. So our corporate partners, especially the Diamond sponsors Zeiss and Nikon, but also all the other sponsors and corporate partners that are here. Some are here in the room, but are definitely with the booths and waiting for your visit throughout this week. Please do come and chat with them as well. Thank you, everyone. That's it for today.